Hey everyone, it's Kathy at North Star Prepsteader. Well, it is spring and things have been growing and they're gorgeous and the grass is actually getting green. Well, my plants inside in my little greenhouse are also growing like crazy and the tomatoes are outgrowing their space. Well, I need to continue to keep them under light. My tomatoes are growing like crazy and they're outgrowing their space. But I need to continue to keep them under light. But I need to continue to keep them under lights. But I need to continue to keep them. But I need to keep them inside and continue to keep them under light. So I need to rig up something else in the house because I don't have an outdoor greenhouse or garage or anything like that. The temperatures are still getting close to freezing at night, so it is too cold and we could still have frost for another month yet. But I have an idea what I'm gonna do, and make something out of just some extra PVC pipe that I've had around for quite a few years from another project. So let's go see what I can pull together. My tomatoes and some of my marigolds are just growing so fast and they're outgrowing the greenhouse, but I still need to put a lot of light on them. Right now they're just sitting on my living room floor in the sunlight. I have this shop light that I want to rig. It's 34 inches and I want to hang it so it can cover a bigger area and it needs to be up higher. I need to build some kind of rack or something to hold the shop light above the plants, and where I want to put them is just over here under the window, so it's kind of out of the way. I've got a little bit of a sketch here and I've sketched out what I want. I've got a bag of connectors that some of them are already put together. I have a lot of elbows and T-connectors and everything. So I'm just going to use the materials I have on hand and make something. Okay, I've measured out and marked my PVC pipe where I need to cut, and I'm going to use the hacksaw and cut my lengths. So my plan is to have like a cross beam to hang the light from. All of these pieces are things I just had from another project and hanging around, so a lot of the connectors aren't exactly what I would want, but you know what? It's only going to be up for a few weeks until these plants go in the garden, and it's just a temporary support, and I'm good with that. It's not a permanent type of thing where I really want it to look nice. It's just functional. Okay, these are some of my connectors. I had actually screwed and glued another piece into them for a different project, but it makes it nice and stable, so I'm going to use this piece. And then there's some end ones with an extra piece, but you know, like I said, I'm totally okay with that. So these short ones, these are 12-inch pieces, and put one in each end here. So it makes it about 25 inches long, and these are going to be the sides. Let me get the other piece together here. There we go. So I've got one in each side here. Even though I'm not putting a cross piece in here, I mean there's a place there if I find I need that stability, I can certainly put that in there, but I don't think I'm going to need to. Alright, then I have a 28-inch piece that is going to go vertical in these holes. And then in the ends here, I'm going to put a corner piece on. So the corner piece there, one on the other end. So now they are about 25 inches on the bottom and about 28 inches tall on the sides. So these are my legs, my bases. So I'm going to put a 36-inch length in the back here to stabilize it. Okay, so far this is what it looks like. There's just a base going in the back and then up the sides, and I'm going to have a cross beam going across the top. So I'm going to put these elbows on the top here. I have one more length of pipe that's going to fit right in here. I need some way to hang the shop light, so what I'm going to do is drill a couple holes in here and put some eye screws in. The light hangs from these little notches here on the end, so I want to coordinate my holes to go along with that. I want to make sure that I drill only through one side and not both. I wanted to make sure I drilled the hole a little bit smaller so that it would screw in there very tightly. These will just go right into these elbows. And there we go. I've got my new grow light stand using a shop light and PVC I had laying around. The only thing this whole setup cost me was the shop light, which was about $15. Otherwise I had all the rest of the PVC. Okay, I'm putting an S hook here, here, chain here, I'll be moving my plant, so don't worry about that. Okay, on this shop light, there's a little light pulley to turn it on and off. Make sure you get all the plastic off of here so that doesn't melt. And then the little S hooks that they provided goes right into, and these hook on to the chain. And you can see I have plenty of room for those tomato plants. They're going to get nice and tall before I can get them into the garden. And if they don't get taller than this, hey, that's fine too. But I'm just allowing for extra growing room here. I know this doesn't look the best, but any other way it was pulling the light crooked and back and forth. So I wanted to make sure it was going to stay level for the plants. Really all I anticipate being in here are the tomato plants and the pepper plants. I have the light set up so the cord is going over, so it's not interfering with the level of the light. I have one flat of plants under here right now. It's just tomatoes and marigolds. At some point when my little greenhouse frees up, I'll be able to put the marigolds back in there, but this is looking kind of dry. But these tomato plants are going to get pretty tall, and so I want to make sure that I have room for them under here. This will probably be primarily a setup for tomatoes and peppers. I don't anticipate any of my other starts to be that tall that they're going to need to have this setup. I think the other things can stay in the greenhouse at this point. So I'm very pleased with how this turned out. You can see I've got another good 12 inches that light can be raised up. And just keep the flats on the floor and let them grow and enjoy the light that they have under there. If for some reason I find that I'm going to need a second light because I've got so many plants, you know what? The very back corners, you can see those connectors. They do have a connector where I could put another vertical pole on either end and set up a whole second crossbar about 12 inches back further from where this one's at. But I don't know that I'm going to need that. But the possibility is there, and this will all break down after growing season is over with. I can just package it up, put it in a bag or a box, and we're all done. I like that. Portable, easy, DIY, ready to go, growing space. So you guys take care. God bless. Always have hope. And we will see you later. Bye-bye.